Okay folks, this right here is the HK USP 9mm. I wanted to do a video on this gun because I think this gun is a good basic choice for those guys and gals out there looking to get into the HK lineup. For those that are familiar with HK, they do have a good lineup of semi-automatic handguns. It's up to you what you want to choose, but if you're kind of confused and you're looking to get into the HK lineup but you don't know exactly which gun to start off with, I would recommend just starting off with the USP 9. It's kind of their, not really their flagship model, but it's a good basic HK. It's a double action, single action. It's a very accurate, well-made handgun, so I don't think you can go wrong with it. You can use it for home defense. You can use it for everyday carry in a concealed carry role. You can use it for a duty gun if you happen to be like law enforcement and your department gives you a little bit of leeway as far as what type of handgun you can carry. It works very well in that role. Now, the HK USP, like I said, this one is a 9mm. They do have different calibers out there. This particular one is just a basic double action, single action. So there's really nothing that sets this apart as far as if you want to compare it to other double action, single actions out on the market from other brand manufacturers. So, but one thing I like about this is it's a very well-made design. This thing will just run and run and run. Granted, just like any other handguns out there, you have to look at their maintenance schedule. If you plan on putting a high round count through this, make sure to look at what you need as far as extra springs and such over time, because this is a machine and over time machines wear down. So look at the maintenance schedule, pay attention to that if you plan on putting tons of rounds through it. But again, these things are very well made and they hold up well. This one, basic 3-dot sights, and they're iron, so they're easy to use and easy to replace. If you want night sights, if you want a different offering on here, you can do so. The functions on this gun right here, you have it in safe, so you have it in a cocked and lock type configuration, fire, and you have a decock. Now, the gun does not have a magazine disconnect safety, which I like. I hate those magazine disconnect safeties. You have an option of carrying either decocked, or you can carry cock and locked if you so desire. Personally, with these type of double action, single action, I like to load and then decock the gun. While the gun's decocked, you can still activate the thumb safety if you like that extra degree of safety. The slide lock slide release is very, very big. There's a lot of real estate there. It kind of harkens to a 1911 design. And to me, that helps out for those that prefer using slide lock slide release to send the slide home. So if you load a full magazine, instead of coming up and using a slingshot motion, which is very, very common practice these days, you can use your support hand, come up in one swift motion, and send the slide home if you so desire. Polymer construction, very well made. It's almost over-engineered for the 9mm, this particular model. It's not a small gun. HKs, when you pick up a full-size HK, you notice that it's kind of chunky, but it's still very comfortable. My hands are a little bit bigger, so it's great in my hands. If you have really small hands, maybe it might not be your cup of tea, but go ahead and hold one, and then only you can determine whether or not you like it. One main complaint I have is the proprietary rail. But with that said, there are adapters that you can get, so that way you can put a standard rail on there and put whatever type of accessories you want. There is plenty of holsters available out on the market for these. Again, these are very, very reliable, so they're not going to be finicky for the most part. In my experience, they're not really finicky with hollow points, different load weights, and 9mm and such. The magazines, 15-round magazines, polymer. When you look at an HK magazine, they almost seem a little chintzy. They feel really lightweight, almost feel toy-like. But it's a very good magazine. They're not as built up as Glocks, but they still work really well. They are still metal lined. I don't know if you can see that. I hope you can. There's still a metal lining in there, so that's good. Again, 15 rounds. It's simple, it works. So one thing to look out for, though, when I say this with any of the magazines that have a plastic base, a polymer base like this, is over a lot of use. If you're dropping on concrete, keep an eye on, you may crack or damage the base plate here over time. So with that said, overall, if you're looking to get into HK and you don't know what model to get, I'd say find a good USP9. Get into it. It's a well-known model. You see it a lot in TVs, movies, and video games, and people kind of liken it as a nice tactical gun because of that. It is a cool gun. The reason I like it is just because I think they're well made. Do I think they're anything really special? No, I don't. In fact, honestly, sometimes HK, I think, does overcharge for what they offer in their guns. I feel the same way with Glock. I really like Glock, but I think Glock could charge a little bit less for what they put into their guns. When you're a manufacturer like Glock or like HK, people are kind of buying the name tag a little bit. So it is what it is, but it's still very well made. So especially if you can get one for a good price, go ahead and go for it. So with that said, I'll go ahead and stop the video. I don't want to ramble on too much. If you want to know the specific technical aspects of the HK, I encourage you to visit their website, and then you can peruse the different models. They'll give you the specs off of the HK USP, and if you're looking at different models, they'll go ahead and give you the specs off the other guns. So I'll go ahead and stop the video. Feel free to chime in with your opinions, whether good or bad, on this product. If you'd like, try to put in a link to your video if you have a YouTube video up or whatnot showing you shoot it. And again, if it's good, let us know. If it's bad, let us know as well, because no manufacturer has a perfect record. There's lemons in every bunch. All right. Thanks a lot for watching, and as always, keep it safe.